second night of BTS's highly anticipated concert in Mexico City turned into one of the most unforgettable nights in recent pop culture history. What began as another stop on the global tour quickly transformed into an emotional explosion of music, tears, screams, purple lights, and a level of fan energy that many people inside the stadium described as absolutely unreal. Long before the members even stepped onto the stage, thousands of fans had already filled the streets surrounding the venue, waving banners, singing fan chants, and wearing glowing purple accessories that lit up the night sky like stars. By late afternoon, social media platforms were already flooded with videos from outside the stadium. Fans from different countries gathered together, exchanging photo cards, dancing to BTS songs, and sharing emotional stories about how the group had changed their lives. Some fans traveled for more than 20 hours just to witness the second night in Mexico because rumors had spread online that something special might happen during the show. Nobody knew exactly what to expect, but there was one thing everyone agreed on. The atmosphere felt different. As the lights dimmed inside the stadium, the screams became deafening. The giant screens flashed one by one with cinematic visuals before finally revealing the silhouettes of Jungkook, Jin, Jimin, V, RM, Suga, and Hope standing together on stage. The moment their faces appeared, the stadium exploded into chaos. Fans screamed so loudly that many videos recorded inside the venue captured distorted audio because phones simply could not handle the intensity of the sound. But among all the members, one name echoed louder than anyone else that night: Jungkook. From the very beginning of the concert, it became obvious that Jungkook was the center of attention for countless fans in attendance. Every movement he made triggered waves of screams across the venue. Whether he smiled, adjusted his microphone, or simply looked toward the crowd, the reaction was immediate and explosive. Social media later described him as the heartbeat of Mexico Day 2. During the opening performance, Jungkook appeared wearing a black stage outfit decorated with silver details that reflected under the lights. Fans instantly lost control. Clips of his entrance spread online within minutes, gaining millions of views almost instantly. Many fans said his energy looked stronger, more emotional, and more passionate compared to previous concerts. As BTS performed hit after hit, the audience sang every lyric word for word. The connection between the group and the fans felt overwhelming. Some people in the crowd cried continuously throughout the concert because they could not believe they were finally seeing BTS live again. Purple lights moved like waves across the stadium, creating a breathtaking scene that looked almost magical from above. One of the biggest moments of the night happened during a slower emotional segment when the members began speaking to the audience. Jungkook stepped forward first, smiling shyly as the screams intensified once again. He looked around the stadium for several seconds before speaking softly in English and Korean, thanking fans for waiting for them and for continuing to support BTS through every moment. The reaction was immediate. Fans burst into tears. Many audience members later posted online saying that Jungkook's voice sounded emotional, almost as if he himself was trying not to cry. The cameras repeatedly showed fans in the audience covering their mouths, shaking, and crying uncontrollably as he spoke. Some held signs saying, "You saved my life," while others shouted messages of love toward the stage. Then came the moment that completely changed the atmosphere of the entire concert. As the instrumental for one of Jungkook's solo performances began playing, the stadium suddenly turned dark except for thousands of glowing purple lights. The crowd immediately recognized the song and erupted into another massive scream. Jungkook slowly walked toward the center stage while smoke effects surrounded him, creating a cinematic image that instantly became iconic online. His performance was powerful, emotional, and intensely charismatic. Every dance movement triggered waves of screams from fans across the stadium. Camera angles displayed on the giant screens only made the crowd even louder. At one point, Jungkook paused briefly and smiled directly into the camera, causing what many fans online later described as the loudest scream of the night. The performance quickly became one of the most discussed moments across social media worldwide. Hashtags related to Jungkook immediately dominated trending topics in multiple countries. Fans shared clips nonstop, praising not only his vocals and stage presence, but also the emotional energy he carried throughout the entire show. However, the concert was not only about explosive performances. It was also filled with emotional interactions between the members themselves. Throughout the night, BTS constantly laughed together, hugged each other, and exchanged playful jokes on stage. Those small moments reminded fans why the group's bond remains one of the strongest reasons behind their global success. At one point, Jin jokingly teased Jungkook after the crowd screamed especially loudly for him. The entire stadium burst into laughter while Jungkook shyly covered his face, clearly embarrassed by the overwhelming attention. Jimin later joined the teasing, saying that Mexico seemed completely in love with Jungkook tonight. The fans responded with even louder screams. The chemistry between the members created a warm atmosphere despite the massive scale of the concert. Fans could feel genuine friendship and affection between them, which made the night feel deeply personal even inside such a huge venue. Meanwhile, V captivated the audience with his calm charisma and deep vocals, while J-Hope brought explosive energy that kept fans dancing non-stop. RM delivered powerful speeches that made the crowd emotional, and Suga's intense stage presence earned huge reactions throughout the concert. Jimin's elegant performances also became a major highlight, especially during emotional vocal moments that left many fans speechless. Yet despite all these unforgettable performances, Jungkook remained the central figure, dominating online conversations after the concert ended. Fans described him as unstoppable, magnetic, and completely unreal. Many said they could not take their eyes off him for even a second during the show. Some fans admitted they completely lost their voices from screaming every time Jungkook appeared on screen. As the concert continued into the final segment, the emotional intensity inside the stadium only grew stronger. The encore became another unforgettable chapter of the night. When the members returned to the stage wearing more casual outfits, the atmosphere shifted into something even more emotional and intimate. Jungkook spent several minutes walking around the extended stage, waving at fans, making heart gestures, and interacting closely with the audience. At one point, he stopped near a section filled with fans holding banners specifically dedicated to him. The giant screens showed his reaction as he read the messages carefully. His expression suddenly softened, and for a brief moment, he appeared genuinely emotional. The crowd noticed instantly. Fans began chanting his name repeatedly across the stadium. The chant grew louder and louder until the entire venue echoed with thousands of voices shouting, "Jungkook! Jungkook! Jungkook!" Many people later described the moment as overwhelming and unforgettable. Videos of the chant spread rapidly online, with millions of fans around the world reacting emotionally after seeing the connection between Jungkook and the audience in Mexico. Some social media users even called it one of the strongest audience reactions BTS has ever received. As the night approached its end, BTS gathered together one final time near the center stage. The members held hands and looked out at the sea of purple lights surrounding them. The audience continued screaming non-stop, refusing to let the night end.